let's have a look at your grid for the B final of the lightweights. On pole will be Alex Sobas, and he will have Matthew Arnold alongside. Tom Jones of Cardiff will start third with Jack Linus fourth. Fifth is Luke Baker-Smith, and Andreas Demetridis will start sixth. The fourth row of the grid will be Martin Madchak and Abu Suhail. Liam Kearns and Brooke Harris will round out the top 10. Scott Thornton and Ben Goodwin, they'll be on row 6 of the grid, trying to move up into the top 10. And Andrew Marshall and Sam Wrighton will make up row 7. James Burt, has to be said, winner of Bandit of the Year.
Oh yes.
But he'll be hoping for a clean one here to move up the field, starting 15th with Mark Johnson, Kevin Tanswell and Robert Starley start 17th and 18th respectively. Then it's Sam Markovic and Joshua Brent to round out your top 20. I'm going to see if we're good for a start. We are indeed. So we look to the lights, and they've not gone green again, so that's another full start.
Go over the grid again.
Heavyweights again that's happened in.
Yeah.
Sorry,
no, lights.
Sorry, yes, this is now the lights, of course. Right, let's talk about the grid again. So we were with Josh Brent at 20th, Dan White starts 21st, Ian Hodgkiss starts 22nd. Also having just practiced accelerating and then coming to a stop is Andrew Ryder in 23rd and Ben Simpson in 24th. Lewis Nicholson, the other half of Oxford's fantastically successful endurance pairing this year of Callum Hughes and himself, starts 25th. Hirsch Reddy starts 26th, and then it's Sam Baxter and Gil Martins 27th and 28th. The top 30 is rounded out by Wilson Woon and Mackenzie Shepherd. Mackenzie will be looking for a good race. He's had a frustrating couple of days actually, as I said earlier. If he had no bad luck, he'd have no luck at all, so hopefully this one could go a bit better for Mackenzie. Andrew Hunt starts 31st, and Alok Kaskam will be 32nd. And then on the final row of the grid, Alistair Roy and Patrick Arsiuch. Well, that allowed us to go through the full grid. So, in that sense, it was nice of them to do that for us. Thank you.
Nice shot, Nicky there.
Nobody fell off, of course, because it wasn't really a start. So I think we're going to be good for a start right away here. Indeed we are. So now we look to the lights. Will they go green? They will. And we're away in the B final of the lightweights class. And it's a good start already for Matthew Arnold. I think he's taken the lead from the pole sitter. Do they get through cleanly? They do. So it's Matthew Arnold leading the pack up to Christmas corner. The 61 of Alex Sobas, our pole sitter, is still in second. Taking the normal racing line through Christmas did Alec. There's some people wide in the back, but on the whole it's looking pretty clean. I can see 2 carts off, but it's Matthew Arnold who leads as they go through the mid section of the lap for the first time. There's the 31 of Jack Linus now challenging Alex Sobas for second place as they go onto the back stretch. Andreas Dimitriadis, I think, has got past Luke Baker-Smith as Jack Linus is up the inside of Alex Sobas as they finish the lap. But will Alex Sobas have a response here? The 61 plate on his kart is loose. He thought better of it through the last corner. So as they cross the line at the end of the first lap, and there's a penalty. Penalty for Matthew Arnold for a jump start. I said he got him through the first and second corner. He waved his hand at the board as if to say, really? So that's it for Matthew Arnold, pretty much. That's going to be, well, he's going to have to work amazingly hard.
There's another one as well.
There's a penalty for jump start for Andrew Hunt as well. So some drivers were very keen. Maybe just a bit more tension amongst the field there after that full start. The adrenaline building, and some drivers were a bit too eager with the right foot. So Matthew Arnold's your leader on the road, but in reality Jack Linus now leads ahead of Alex Sobas. Andreas Dimitriadis did indeed get past, he and Luke Baker-Smith both got past Tom Jones, Brooke Harris, Joshua Brent, Kevin Tanswell and Liam Kearns round out your top 10. Bear in mind, we're not talking about super final for the top 10 in this one because it's the B final. We're talking about getting promoted to the A, and that is bestowed upon the top 4. Jack Linus, your effective leader, has taken the fastest lap of the race, 55.383. As there's a black flag for Ben Goodwin in the number 27 for advantage by contact. And somebody's dropping down the order as well.
Keep an eye on that, Howard. I'll take over on this. The 61 number plate's still loose.
Scott Thornton's down 13 places, Andrew, so I think he's off somewhere.
I always, Demetradis has a bit of a moment there and has lost positions to the 35 and the 9. That's Luke Baker-Smith and Tom Jones. No, not that Tom Jones, but he is Welsh from Cardiff. Contact warning for 55 of Liam Kearns. Just going back to that start, Howard, I did notice towards the back, I think a lot of drivers had forgotten JV's briefing this morning to say don't break the tram lines. I reckon that's where Andrew Hunt's penalty has come from.
That's true, and you do wonder, I don't know if maybe when it's like that, they say, right, we're not green, you're going to make the lights green.
Contact warning for the 29 of Andrew Hunt, that's now 2. Not the best of races.
Andreas Demetradis has dropped down from 4th in that last lap, Andrew. Luke Baker-Smith and Tom Jones have both got past him. So it is Luke Baker-Smith and Tom Jones. Well, it's Luke Baker-Smith in 4th and critically getting through to the A final as it stands at the moment, although it has to be said, with Matthew Arnold's penalty, actually Tom Jones is in a net 4th here because the gap is quite small between the leaders. There is your leader on the road, Matthew Arnold, but he has been given a penalty for a jumped start. And it is Jack Linus behind him, your effective leader. There's the number 9 of Tom Jones. This is the battle with himself and Andreas Demetradis.
Penalty now for the number 15 of Andrew Marshall. So that's going to knock him out of the running. Where is Marshall at the moment? He's currently down in 23rd. And I don't think that number plate's going to fall off the 61 because it's got the bobby pin on the top of it secured. But yeah, a little bit strange there from the Plymouth driver. And where that's gone for the rest. Anyway, no penalty at the moment for it. The 35 challenging though, Luke Baker-Smith. Remember, the top 4 go through to the lightweights A final. I think was there a yellow flag out there? It's yes, there was, but it's now been pulled back in. Didn't quite see what it was for. Matthew Arnold leads, but has a penalty. Jack Linus having a really good race here and has just set the fastest lap of the race, a 54.480. The Huddersfield driver has been in the A and B teams this year. Alex Sobas 3rd, Luke Baker-Smith 4th, and currently holding the key place. Although actually it's probably Tom Jones holding the key place because Matthew Arnold has his penalty. Andreas Demetradis from Bath isn't out of this. Brooke Harris is there. Here's the 64, this is your leader. Jack Linus there in the black and blue striped helmet, the 31. I do like Jack's helmet design, nice and simple. Clear to see and easy to remember. A commentator's best friend. Over the line then. This will be lap 7. So it'll be a strange one this for Matthew Arnold. My colleague's actually checking how much the penalty is worth. We reckon it might be something up towards 30 seconds. So knowing he's got that penalty, so he won't be winning this race, and at the moment won't be qualifying through to the A final. Good move there. 35 looking down the inside of the 61. This is Alex Sobas and Luke Baker-Smith fighting over a place in the A final. Tom Jones wants a piece of the action as well. And up the inside goes Jones into Chapman, side pod to side pod, and I can hear some hooping and hollowing outside. I think that's the Cardiff team liking that. Oh, big shunt push there. What was that about? From Andreas Demetradis. Hope that wasn't deliberate. Especially when at the moment it's actually, yeah, it's still, I reckon, the position that's going to be going into the A final. 6 minutes and 40 seconds gone in this 12 minutes B final. You're watching the BUKC Facebook live stream organised by the Northampton Karting League and the BUKC. Andrew Mather and Howard Mitchell with you in the commentary box. Been a glorious weekend of racing here at Whilton Mill. If you've missed any of the streams, don't worry. They're all available on the BUKC Facebook page to catch up with. There has been plenty to catch up with this weekend if you've missed the first 2 days. Back to this race though, Matthew Arnold. Howard, do you have an answer to how much his penalty is going to be?
Well, Matthew Arnold, the only reference I can find to jump starting is Rule 10.2.5. Any driver gaining positions prior to the start of the race, i.e. jump starting, will be penalised with a 10-second time penalty at the end of the race per grid row gained. Now, that rule is encompassing two situations, really, because it's also talking about drivers starting out
In the
of
wrong
position deliberately, and so getting into the wrong position on the grid during rolling up. Now, that's not the case with Matthew. He did start from the position he was supposed to, but he jumped the start. My understanding, therefore, would be that it counted as one row, and therefore it will be a 10-second penalty. So, that's the penalty that we think will be applied to Matthew Arnold. That still, as it stands at the moment, puts him well out of the top 5 because of how close the battle is for third place. And you know what? Jack Linus is closing the gap on him. It's down 4/10 on that last lap as they're heading up the hill. There is a kart in between them that's a lap down. So I don't think Jack Linus is about to make a pass. You can see them here though on your Facebook live stream through Ashby. And then comes the battle for third, the 61, the 9, the 35, and the 24, and the 49, and the 3. Everyone in the top 10 actually. So it's Alex Sobas, Tom Jones, Luke Baker-Smith, Andreas Dimitridis. Jack Linus is getting held up by this back marker actually. He's losing time here to Matthew Arnold. I mean, in a way, Andrew, so long as he can keep within 10 seconds of Matthew Arnold, he has the win.
It is 10 seconds. Sean Arnold's penalty earlier in the day, for the same reason, was 10 seconds.
Yeah, so there we are. Right, so actually, well, this is interesting. But Matthew Arnold needs 10 seconds. The win, unless Jack Linus, who's just had a contact warning, unless Jack Linus, I think he's getting frustrated behind this this back marker, Andrew. And actually it is allowing Matthew Arnold, he's now pulled out a few further kart lengths. It's still as you were in the battle for third. Really good battle going on this. Alex Sobas still at the head of this, so it's Alex Sobas, Tom Jones, and Luke Baker-Smith in 5th, net 4th at the moment, but the gap between the top 2 and Alex Sobas in 3rd is growing. If that gets out to more than, well, it won't have to be 10 seconds actually, if that gets out to more than 8 seconds, then with the sort of smaller gaps that are between Matthew Arnold and Jack Linus on the track and Alex Sobas and Tom Jones, that would mean that Luke Baker-Smith would be out of the top 4. He won't be aware of this level of detail. He won't know necessarily that Matthew Arnold has a penalty. In fact, Matthew Arnold won't know the nature of the penalty. That's a key thing to mention. He just knows he has a penalty. He doesn't know, well, he'll know if it's, he'll have to assume it's 10 seconds because it didn't say cone.
Oh, there's something going on outside.
Hollering outside.
And it didn't sound happy.
No, they're looking happy.
Oh, okay.
No one's off. There is quite a battle, though, going through the top of the hill. Not sure what position that one's over.
1 minute to go then in this one. Here's Matthew Arnold in the 64, but we know he's got a 10-second penalty. Jack Linus, 1.4 seconds behind, so he can track him now and take the win. That'd be a good one for Jack. Alex Sobas, he looks like he's going to get through as well. There's the 25, he's a lap down. Penalty for the number 34, Alok Katakam.
5 seconds.
5 seconds indeed. 25 is a lap down, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Who is it indeed? Let's give him a shout out. It's Scott Thornton. Oh, so Scott's not had a good race. Matthew Arnold still leads then. As looking down the inside now, I think this is this the fight around the outskirts of the way into the A final?
This is ultimately, yes, Andrew,
the
though there's been a slight gap opened out between Luke Baker-Smith and Andreas Dimitridis. That's actually the battle more for sort of 7th, 8th place at the moment. If they get up the road enough, though, obviously that then becomes that. Matthew Arnold holds your fastest lap of the race, 54.010.
Sam Wrighton's in there from Kingston.
Looking to Jack. No, Jack Linus has now got traffic again between himself and Matthew Arnold. In fact, he's still got the same traffic. Was it Scott Thornton we said was the traffic?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Scott's not no slouch out there, is he? Has he just been involved in an incident and he's proving difficult traffic? But in many ways for Jack, he need only stay. He could stay behind Scott all race, and he would get through to the A final. So in that sense, he's laughing. Kevin Tanswell has just got past Andreas Dimitridis. This is in that really packed battle in the top 10. That battle between those two in particular has opened up the gap, though. Kevin Tanswell is now 2 seconds or so behind. And Andrew, that was the end of the race.
Oh, okay. Well, Matthew Arnold across the line on the lead, but we reckon that's going to go to Jack Linus. Alex Sobas is third. Luke Baker-Smith fourth. Tom Jones, I reckon, has just made... Oh, no! Oh, they're going to miss out. If Matthew Arnold's penalty is 10 seconds, he finishes fourth, and Tom Jones will miss the A final by 1/10 of a second. And I bet that was because they were fighting with one another. Well.
Absolutely right, Andrew.
How about that? Matthew Arnold, little dab there from 13th. Oh, Wilson Room from Birmingham. Matthew Arnold will, I reckon, be fourth unless the penalty is more than 10 seconds. Jack Linus wins the race. He's through to the A final. Alex Sobas second, Luke Baker-Smith third, and Matthew Arnold fourth. Tom Jones fifth, Andreas Dimitridis sixth, Kevin Tansley seventh, Andrew Hunt eighth, Joshua Brent ninth, and Brooke Harris your top 10.